Hello. I know it's been ages since I've streamed on here, but I'm gonna grab some stuff. Real quick. There we go. Alright. So, this will be a fairly easy tutorial, I hope. This is a little bit of a test to see how well I would do teaching someone. I want to record this and edit it for later, but this is a test. Okay. So first thing we're going to learn how to do is draw Kirby. I know, Kirby Baby Dolly. Haha, funny. But Kirby is super duper easy to draw. I mean, he's just a bunch of circles. And for Kirby, you don't really have to make it a perfect circle. I mean, what you can do is that you can use a water bottle, like using a water bottle here. Oh, wrong brush. Hang on. Oh. Gonna kill it for a sec. My Apple Pencil's dead, so we're off to a great start here, folks. Great start. Who else here? Who wants to learn how to draw? Okay, good enough. Okay. So back online. Okay. I think it's working. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things you can do is use a water bottle, something circular. And draw a circle. You can follow this on paper. You don't have to follow this through Procreate. But what I like to do is try and draw a circle myself. Pretty good circle. You have to really get the hang of circles first. If you don't get circles, then you can't really get anything else. So if you could draw a circle that's kind of like this one, you're okay. So what's next with Kirby is that he's got two half-circle limbs. Now you can put them anywhere if you want Kirby to be happy. You can put them like this. If you want him to just be saying hi, you can do that. If you want him to be sad, you can put his limbs down. Or if you want him looking down. Okay. And we want to add his feet. So his feet are a really weird shape. They kind of come down and around. Almost always flat on the bottom, unless your Kirby is floating, and then it's something like this. This shape is generally used for Baby Dolly's feet later on. Okay, so now we're going to add in Kirby's feet. If you mess up, you can always go back and fix it. Making this side a little longer. With Procreate, you can just go whoop. Use the wrong outline color. Oh, it's fine. want to get rid of your lines there, since you don't need them anymore. Okay, we're starting to get something that looks like Kirby. Now we're gonna add eye. We're gonna add eyes. So the eyes had this like half circle shape, and then straight line, and then another half circle. Or you can do it as I do it, which is more of an egg shape. It's like a elongated egg. You want to give it a little bit of round. You want to make sure Kirby is as round as possible. Because Kirby's very round, very bubbly. You want round Kirby. Probably should get some music up in here, but I want the recording to be good. Round it off. Now we're gonna add some white ovals in there. It's part of Kirby's eye. And we're going to add highlights, which are another half circle, which you put a line through it. Looking pretty good so far. It's looking like Kirby. Now if you want to make him sad, you put these sad lines on his eyes, so now he looks sad. If you want to make him look really happy, you can have that expression. Or if you want to give him like a like I'm done with this look, you can do that. Or you can do that on one of the eyes and do something like this. I'll leave my Kirby alone for now. So now we're gonna do Kirby open mouth. I'm gonna grab we're gonna grab a red. So Kirby's mouth is another half circle. Then you want to have a little pink thing there. So the pink is his tongue. There we go. We have a fully functioning Kirby. Hi! We're gonna change his expression here. So now we're just gonna edit our Kirby real quick. Make him happy. See how the positioning of the limbs can completely change how Kirby feels? Because now he's waving to you. Instead of doing a crouchy thing, now he's waving. So yeah, that's Kirby. Now you can always experiment with whatever you want with Kirby. we use the 2 layers. Now we're going to add a background. We're going to do a very simple background. So for backgrounds, you generally want to choose a color that doesn't like blend in to your character. Like if I chose pink, well, now you can barely tell Kirby's there. But if you choose something more opposite, like light blue, he stands out a lot. Generally, a good background is just a simple light blue sky with green grass. Then if you want to do some grass, we can just do some zigzags. And there we go. Very simple Kirby drawing. Alright, now we're going to move on to our next drawing. So we got our very simple Kirby. Now we're going to do something a little bit more complicated, but it's still very easy. We're going to do Baby Dolly. I know, Kirby Baby Dolly. Funny. So, first you want to start with a shape like this. It's kind of like a light bulb. It's kind of like you're drawing a light bulb, but not going in all the way to get the light bulb part. So you're kind of drawing a light bulb, but stopping right at the end of the head here. And straight line across. Then we can grab this and go around again for his head thing. Try to make it more thick at the top. So now you've got his head topper. Now we're gonna make his body. So his body is a nice rectangle, but at the end, are 2 half circles. So now we've got his legs. Just go shoop, shoop. We've got a bib. Another half circle. Now Baby Dolly's arms, you can do whatever you want. You can do straight rectangles, then a half circle, or you can do something like this. A triangle will make it look like he has his hand on his hip. Now we're going to do his eyes. Actually, we're going to color him in real quick so you can get the details. I'll fix up his arm here. All right. Oh, the bib has my best friend written on it. You could type it out or just write it out. Pretty cool. Now we're gonna do his eyes. So his eyes don't have any whites in them because they're sewn on. They're just a bunch of fabric, a bunch of thread. So we start with some circles. If you want them to look a certain way. Oh, the Apple Pencil died. You You want them to look a certain way, you have them look like that. Or if you want them to look straight on, you do 2 arches on either side. Then color it in, and then he'll be looking straight. Give me a sec. The Apple Pencil died again. Is this tutorial helpful? I don't know if it's being helpful. What do you think about the tutorial so far? Make sure to pause when you need to and take notes. How's everyone doing tonight? Fun stuff, huh? This drawing in the background here, it's good if you want to try tracing. I've done tracing quite a lot before in my life. This is tracing. What I did was kind of arrange the pictures in Procreate and to be able to have this type of arrangement of Penny and Daisy playing together, because they never really do that together. They get in each other's way. So it's good to use tracing to help practice. But ultimately what you want to be able to do is draw on your own. Alright. Apple Pencil's okay now. Alright. I'm going to do some front eyes. So 2 arches. 2 arches. Half circles are very, very important in these designs. Okay, now we got eyes. Now we add a nose. Just another half circle. And Baby Dolly has a pink smile. So we can do a half smile like that. Smile like that. Smile like that. Or we're gonna have him do a frown. Or you can have him do that type of face. It's fairly easy to come up with ways to some different mouth shapes. It's fairly easy to do. Sometimes it's annoying to get the line just right. To get white, so we can fill in our whites. So when we change the background, okay. Just making sure all the holes are okay. Okay, we want something more purple. Okay, purple. Purple makes him stand out a lot. Sometimes doing backgrounds that are way darker than the forefront helps a lot with the drawing composition. So now we're gonna, so you can do little details, like if you want it to seem like he's moving his arm up, you can do little action lines. So action line, action line. We can do action lines to make him look like he's moving. Or can make it look like he's holding something. We can have like a little action. If you want to make something look like it's exploding, you can do a little cloud. And do little triangles coming out of it. Boom, looks like it's exploded. Or if you want to make it look like he's on fire, and then get some orange. Just experiment with it. With fire, you want to make sure to add yellow to give it like 2 layers, make it look a little bit better. So yeah, that's Baby Dolly. Now last one for today. It's gonna be Nimby from our Rift Bomb saga. So for more complicated characters, I like to start with an outline. So I always start with a head to help position. Now the head is generally a circle. I always have a circle for the head. Then we start with the neck, which is kind of just 2 little swoops. Then you take it out a little bit, straight line, then a quarter circle. You don't want to make the shoulders too far away from the head, otherwise you lose that more chibi look. If you want a more realistic look, then you want to have the shoulders a bit more away from the head. You take it straight down. Actually, no, that doesn't look right. Take it out to the sides a little bit. This is why we do a little sketch layer to figure out what we're gonna do. We just want to take a bunch of straight lines and start marking out the body. Then the shoe, you do a little quarter circle and straight across, or you could do something like a little circle to show you that he's not entirely has his shoe up to the right, and circles at the end to mark the hands. I'm gonna block out his clothes. So he's wearing he wears a t-shirt underneath a lab coat, so we're drawing a lab coat. Very nice and simple. No need to get super complicated with clothes. And a little swoop there. Now he just wears pants and some gym shoes. If you want a little gym shoe, do something like this. So you have a little line to mark the bottom of the shoe. You do a little dot. And a swoop. Then a little half circle. Now it looks like he's wearing gym shoes. Okay, now for the hair. So the hair, we're kind of just following the outline of the head. You can do any type of hair. You can go super straight, or you can do super curly. You want more curly. Do something in between. depends on what you want your character to look like more. Now we want to do the inside of the hair. Starting to look a little bit more like Nembi. And you want the eyes. The eyes are circles. And but like with Baby Dolly, we want to do little arches. And then the nose is a little triangle. Then mouth. Now we got something that's looking like Nembi. But we have to go one step further and finish the hands. So the hands is kind of like a bunch of sausages. So you just... So you get 4 sausage fingers. And then the thumb just comes up. Okay, looking good so far. So now we have our finished outline. I'm gonna change the background color so we can see our white. Now we're gonna color in Nembi. Just take your time. No need to rush. You can fix it on your second layer. Second layer is more finalized. First layer, you can kind of just do whatever, because no one's going to see it. But on the second layer, you want to finalize it and trim it. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Eraser's always on hand. Do a lower layer to help clean it up a little bit. Color palette. It's good to have a color palette that you use. My color palette I use here is my, I transported over my Crayola colored pencils into Procreate. So I could just have a bunch of colors I can grab on standby. Got a little outline so I can drop in the fill feature. Remember, you always have the erase button or undo or an eraser. I know I'm being relatively quiet, but gotta concentrate. So, then we can look finished. Just follow all the steps. I know, not some of my best work. But it works, right? You can tell who the character is. And sometimes that's good enough. I know, he looks like a midget. In order to fix this, you'd probably have to shrink down the arms a bit more. We'll just call it there. Why not? So yeah, that's kind of how I draw. I hope this was helpful to at least one person. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye!